Hello and welcome to More Yoga Fitness. My name is Kathy, and today we're going to be doing a Vinyasa flow yoga. Start reclined on your back in Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees splay out, one hand on heart, one hand on belly. If you like this video, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll begin with some deep breaths as we come into this pose, sinking into the mat. Continue with those deep inhalations through the nose. Exhale out the nose or mouth. Let's go ahead and release the hands and fold the legs together like a book. Lifting the legs up so the heels are directly above the hips, flex and point. Inhale, flex. Exhale and point. Flex. Point. Reaching the hands up, flex. And drop right leg, left arm, just hover over the earth, engaging the core here in a static dead bug. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll switch sides. Left leg drops, right arm overhead. Just hover the earth. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Heels stack above the hips. We're going to draw the knees in toward our armpits. Squeezing them in nice and tight. Peace fingers grab big toes, coming into happy baby pose. I invite you to rock side to side or remain still here in this great hip opener. Also a nice release for the low back. Pause for a moment in happy baby. And go ahead and release the feet. Bringing your hands out wide, palms down, lifting up the hips into a bridge pose here, pressing down into the mat with the four corners of the feet as you engage your glutes and lift your hip points to the sky. Go ahead and lower down to the mat and lift. Down and up. Exhale, inhale, lift. Exhale and up. Down, up, down, and lift. Down, lift. Down, and lift. Go ahead and bring it all the way down to the mat. Draw your knees in toward your chest or even in toward your armpits if that feels good. Point your toes. And then draw your feet down to the mat. We're going to rock off to one side and bring ourselves onto our hands and knees in tabletop. Knees stacked below hips, wrists below the shoulders. Cat-cow, lower the belly, lift crown and tail. On your exhale, go ahead and round through the spine, tucking chin into the chest, gaze to the thighs. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, cat. Breath in, cow. Breath out, cat. Continue. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, cat. A neutral spine here, and just shift your hips a bit side to side. From here, we're going to do some psoas hip circles. Shift way over to the right side, hip points to the floor, all the way to the left, sit bones toward the heels. Again, right, hip points to the floor, far left, Sitting bones to heels. One more time. Right. Hip points. Left. Heels. Other direction. Left. Hip points. Right. Heels. Again. Left. Hip points. Right and heels. One more big circle around. Left. Down. Right. And back to a neutral spine here. Placing the left hand right in front of the nose, reach the right hand to the sky, stack wrist over wrist. Exhale as you tuck your arm under and watch your hand. Breathe in, reach for the sky. Exhale and tuck. Breath in, reach up. Exhale, tuck underneath. Breathe in, reach up. Tuck underneath, all the way under. Rest your ear and cheek on the mat, reaching that left hand to the top of the mat and right hand threads through. Gentle body weight on your right shoulder. Knees stacked below the hips. Slowly make your way back up into tall arms. Placing that right hand in front of the nose, left hand reaches toward the sky. Stack wrist over wrist. Squeezing the shoulder blades. As you exhale, go ahead and tuck your hand underneath your rib cage. Reach through. Breathe in, reach to the sky and gaze there. Follow the hand with your eyes. Breath in, reach up. Exhale, tuck underneath. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, tuck underneath and drop that shoulder gently down to the mat, cheek and ear to the mat. Reaching your right hand to the top of the mat, left arm threads through. Slowly make your way back into tall arms and tabletop position. From here, walk your hands slightly forward, tuck the toes, lift your tailbone, and find downward facing dog. Walk your feet slowly up toward your hands. Space your feet so your heels are below your hips. Peace fingers to big toes. Elbows draw out nice and wide to open up your collarbone. Take this variation of ragdoll. Hang your head heavy. Maybe a slight nod yes and no to release your neck and shoulders. Releasing the big toes and walking your hands back out toward the top of the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Come forward into your high plank. Lower down, low plank. Breath in, high plank. Press back, downward facing dog. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Breath in, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, come forward, high plank. Breathe in at the top. Exhale as you drop down. Inhale as you press back away. Exhale as you press back into down dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Point your toe with purpose toward the sky. Bend your knee, roll it open. Stack your hips, knee to the sky, heel to the glute. Step all the way back into flip dog, reaching the arm up overhead, lifting your hip points, all 10 toes pointing toward the bottom of your mat. Lift your heart. Dropping the sitting bones down toward the mat. Extend the left leg long. Right knee draws into the chest nice and tight. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching toward that long leg toward your foot. Option here to bind, wrapping around the front of your shin and taking a bind behind your back, grasping your hands together. Chest continuously drops down closer to your long leg as you breathe. Release, inhale, arms to the sky, grabbing that right leg and bringing it to the opposite side. Lifting up into a modified side plank here, stacking wrist over wrist. We're going to drop the left hip down to the mat and lift. Down and up. Keep that right foot in front of your leg, in front of your hip, so that it's like a kickstand. Continue down and up. Lower down and lift. Down, lift up, down, and up. Good, hold here. Draw both hands down to the mat, back to three-legged dog here. Walk your hands back toward your foot. Stay in standing splits. I invite you to challenge your balance by grabbing your ankle with one hand or the other, or with both hands, or keep your hands secured on the mat. This is your choice, your practice. Walk your hands out to the top of the mat and bring both feet toward the back of the mat, pedaling out your dog. Left leg lifts in three-legged dog. Extend your toes as high as you can toward the sky. Bend your knee, roll it open. Stack your hips. Maybe rolling out the ankle if that feels good. Flipping the dog all the way over, lifting up your hips. Heart is open, reaching overhead. Neck is open. Slowly bringing the hips down to the mat. Extending the right leg long, left knee draws in toward the chest. Flexing toe to the face on the right. Inhale, lift the rib cage. Exhale, forward fold into your right leg, reaching beyond the big toes. Option to bind here, wrapping right hand around the front of the right shin. Left hand comes around to clasp the hands behind the back. Release the hands, reaching up and gazing up. And go ahead and grab the knee, draw it in toward the chest, and then step your left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Go ahead and stack wrist over wrist, coming into this modified side plank kickstand in front of the hip. And we're going to drop the hip down to the mat and then lift up with our breath. Down and up. Continue down, lift up, down, up, down, up, down, and up, down, up, down, and up. Hold here. Bringing both hands down to the mat, extending that leg up into three-legged dog. Walk the hands back toward your foot and come into standing splits. Again, your option is to grab one ankle with one hand or two hands, or keep your hands grounded. Walk your hands back out toward the top of the mat and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and bend your knees, look to your thumbs, step or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, mountain pose. Draw your hands to heart center. Sun A's. Breath in, mountain. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Plant your hands, step or jump back, chaturanga dandasana. Breath in, upward facing dog. Breath out, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look to your thumbs, step or jump, half lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Mountain. Forward fold. Half lift. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, bend the knees, step or jump to the top, half lift, forward fold, mountain pose, hands to heart center, mountain, forward fold, half lift, jump back, lift the right leg, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, balls of the feet, bend the knees, step or jump, half lift, forward fold, mountain pose, hands to the heart, mountain, fold, half lift, jump back, left leg lifts, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, balls of the feet, bend your knees, make your way to the top, half lift, forward fold, mountain pose, hands to the heart, mountain, fold, half lift, jump back, right leg lifts, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, balls of the feet, bend your knees, step or jump, half lift, forward fold, mountain pose, heart center, mountain, fold, half lift, step or jump back, left leg lifts, chaturanga, breathe in up dog, press back downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, right foot steps to the outside of the right hand, left knee gently grounds, breathe in, crescent kneeling. Make sure that your left hip is far forward of your left knee to stretch your hip flexor. Bend into that right knee and make sure it tracks between your big toe and baby toe. Hands ground, shift your weight back so your sit bones come to your heel on the left. Right leg extends long, chest to the thigh, coming into a nice hamstring stretch here. Shifting your weight forward, coming into lizard pose on your knee. Again, hip is far forward of the knee on the left side. You're welcome to come down onto your forearms, getting a little deeper into this hip stretch. Taking the right hand and placing it on the inside of that right knee, allowing it to splay out, even rolling onto the pinky toe side of the foot, just to give yourself a little bit more of a twist here. You can take your gaze over that opposite shoulder. Returning back to squaring up to the mat. Tucking the toes under on the left, lift the kneecap, reaching floor to ceiling in your low crescent twist. Hands come down to the mat, press back downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Three-legged dog. We're going to step that left foot to the outside of the left hand, placing the right knee gently on the mat, reaching up, gazing up, lifting the heart in your crescent pose, making sure that your right hip is forward of your right knee to give yourself that opening through your hip flexor. Left knee bent, that it is tracking over your big toe, baby toe. Hands ground on the earth, shift sitting bones back toward the heel on the right, flexing left toes toward the sky, dropping your chest into your left thigh. Back forward, we're coming into lizard pose, staying on that right knee, and either staying in tall arms or choosing to come down a little bit deeper into this hip stretch. Taking your left hand and gently pressing that left knee out, rolling onto the pinky toe side of the left foot and gazing either to the side or over the shoulder for a little bit deeper twist. Releasing, squaring back up to the mat, tucking the toes under on the right, lift the kneecap up, open up floor to ceiling in your low crescent twist. twist. Squeeze your kneecap and your glute on that right leg. Draw your hand down to the mat and press back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog a bit if you'd like, or remain still, your choice. From here, we're going to come forward into high plank and hold a nice tight squeeze on that belly lock, lifting the right leg and just hovering it. We're going to breathe as we point and flex. Continue pointing and flexing, breathing in and out with each repetition. Wrists are stacked below the shoulders and your core is engaged. Right foot down, press back, downward facing dog. Coming forward into that high plank again, we're going to do that on the left side. Lift the left leg and continue pointing and flexing the foot as you breathe with each movement. Go ahead and press back, downward facing dog. We're going to come down onto the forearms here, starting in Delphin. You can stay right here, or if headstand is in your practice, this would be the time to take it. I'm drawing my knees down toward the mat and just hovering my shins in a modified beast pose to start with. On the crown of my head, interlacing the hands behind the head and releasing the feet, coming slowly into headstand. Staying in your headstand, slowly drawing the knees out wide, soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana legs. This is an option for you. Slowly extend the legs back into headstand. Keeping those legs locked in nice and tight, glued together, moving them as one unit. We're going to slowly bend into a pike here, drawing those legs until they're level with the earth, controlling with our core. Release to the mat, knees draw out wide, big toes together till they touch. Our counter pose for headstand is child's pose. Round your third eye. Slowly come forward into tabletop, tuck the toes, and find downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, step through the hands, breathe in, warrior one. Slowly draw your fists in and your elbows back. Twist, twist, and open up front to back. Twist, twist, open up front to back the other side. And continue. Twist, twist, open. Twist, twist, open. Twist, twist, open. Keep a low stance. Twist, twist, open. Strong warrior legs. Twist, twist, open. Squeeze, twist, twist, open, squeeze. Hold here. You're twisted into your front leg side. Breathe in, lift up into warrior one. And step up to the top of the mat. We're gonna draw that left knee in toward the chest and hold here as we balance. If this is enough challenge for you, stay right here with the knee hugged in tight. Otherwise, take your right peace fingers to your left big toe, extend the heel straight forward, reach the opposite arm toward the back of the mat, and either take your gaze to the side or the back. You're in a twisted single leg big toe hold. And release and step back into crescent pose. Step up to the top of the mat, interlace behind the back, and take this modification of ragdoll, opening up those shoulders, chest to thigh, fist far away from your low back. Release the hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step the left foot through the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Begin with our movement here. Make a fist, elbows jut back. We're gonna twist, twist, open front to back. Twist, twist, open. Twist, twist, open. Stay low in your stance. Twist, open. Twist, twist, open. Twist, twist, strong warrior legs. Twist, twist, open, twist, twist, open, twist, twist, open, twist, twist, and open. Hold here. Slowly come into warrior one. Stepping up to the top of the mat, drawing that right knee nice and tight into the chest. Staying right here if this is enough balance challenge for you. For those of you ready for big toe hold, taking your left peace fingers to your right big toe, extending that right leg long, heel is shooting out of that ankle, reaching back with the opposite hand, taking your gaze to the side or perhaps all the way to the back. Go ahead and release to the mat. Breathe in and reach up, mountain pose. Exhale and forward fold. Take your hands and place them palms up underneath your feet. Step on the palms and bring your big toes to the wrist crease. Coming into gorilla, another ragdoll modification. Head is hanging heavy. You can either choose to remain still here, or we're going to flow with breath. Breathe in, lift up halfway, exhale, fold. Breathe in and lift. Hands are still bound underneath the feet. Breath in, half lift, exhale and fold. Breath in, half lift, fold. Release your hands from under your feet. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Breathe in and reach up and draw your hands to your heart center. Moving on, bringing the toes out nice and wide. We're going to slowly bend into the knees and have them track over our big toe, baby toe. Coming into Malasana. Drawing your elbows to the insides of your knees, keeping your thumb knuckles at your heart. A really great way to open up your hips, inner thighs, and groin. Go ahead and grab peace fingers to big toes, finding a variation here in your Malasana if you wish. Slowly come down onto our seats in seated easy pose. Close your eyes and continue with your breath. Deep breaths in through your nose and exhaling out your nose or mouth. Finding a calming sensation throughout your body. We're going to draw our thumb knuckles to our heart center. From here, interlace the hands and draw your hands behind your head. Elbows are out nice and wide. Breathe in, gaze up, lift your chest, your heart. Exhale, elbow points come down toward the earth, round your spine. Breathe in and open up. Exhale and round. The gentle weight of your hands opens the back of the neck. Inhale. Elbows wide, gaze up. Exhale, elbows to the floor, round down. Breath in, up. Exhale, down. Release the hands. Thumb knuckles to the heart. One final breath together. Namaste. The divine light in me honors and respects the divine light in you.